Today we'll be going back to the basics and making a simple old fashioned. Sometimes you just gotta keep it simple. Let's get into this. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways, and today I'm going back to the basics.
I've traveled back in time.
So my buddy Delan from Whiskey Nature asked me about an old fashioned. It made me realize I have not talked about the basics, or at least I have not talked about it in a while. He did a review on his channel of the Old Pepper BIB Bourbon, and he asked me about making an old fashioned with it. So why not use the Old Pepper BIB Bourbon as the base for this simple cocktail? Now, if you have not seen this video, I will leave a link for it right here. Also, make sure to go and subscribe. I will leave a link for his channel below. Well, let's start. Let's start with, what is an old fashioned? It is a stimulating liqueur composed of spirits of any kind, sugar, water, and bitters. Most of us think it has to be made with bourbon or rye, but it can be made with any spirits. But you're not wrong. Most are made with bourbon or rye. With this cocktail, I want to do a little experiment. I want to make the same drink a few times, changing just one ingredient, and that ingredient will be the sugar.
Spoonful of sugar? Grow up.
It'll be fun and interesting to see what happens when you change one ingredient and how it can change a cocktail completely.
For science.
Okay, so where's the bourbon? Oh yeah.
Doc, I appreciate you. Thank you. I hope you accept this friendly invitation to make the best old fashioned for the bourbon that created the old fashioned. If you kindly accept this friendly challenge, I'll be more than happy to give it to you.
So, thanks Delan. And I do accept this invitation to make the best 3 old-fashioned cocktails. Sometimes the best are just simple recipes.
Challenge accepted.
So let's get started. As I mentioned, we're kind of doing an experiment with this. I'm going to make 3 drinks using 3 different sugars. Now, the original used gum syrup, which unfortunately I don't have today. So instead, I will be making 1 with a sugar cube, 1 with a simple syrup, and 1 with the Demerara simple syrup. Both of these are 1:1 ratios. Let's get started. Let's start making these drinks. So I'm gonna grab 3 glasses here. And the first one, we're gonna use a sugar cube. Should I use my hands? Probably not, but the drink's for me, so that's okay. On this one, we are gonna add 2 dashes. These are smaller dashes, so you have to do a few extra, of Angostura bitters and 2 dashes of orange bitters. We're gonna muddle this up. Now, for the next one, we're gonna get some just simple syrup. Well, as I said earlier, 1:1 ratio. Now, you can use anywhere from a quarter to a half. I've actually seen it with a whole ounce. I don't recommend that unless you want something very, very sweet, but for today, we're gonna do a 1/4 ounce. So just a little bit to sweeten this up. Now, to keep this experiment fair, I will use a separate one for the Demerara simple syrup. Make sure to shake that up a little bit. And also, I'll be doing a 1/4 ounce. Now it's time for the fun part, adding the spirit. And today we're using Old Pepper Distillery Bourbon Bottled and Bond. We're gonna be using, love that sound, 1.5 ounces in each of these. It's gonna be a fun night tonight for sure. That smells delicious.
Delicious!
Now, of course, don't forget to add the Angostura bitters to these 2. As I said, this one lets out a little bit smaller dashes, so I'm just adding 1 extra, and then 2 of the orange. Now, we definitely want to stir this up. Now, I'm not adding the ice yet because I don't want to dilute it. I want to stir them all up before I do that. Let's add the ice to each one of these. Now, I'm adding rounds to all of them so that it's pretty equal, so I'm not changing one to a square like that. They're keeping them all round. Now let's go ahead and stir these up one more time using the same stir. So there you have it, all 3 of them. All right, so let's see. My hypothesis is that each one will taste completely different, even though I use pretty much the same ingredients except for changing the sugar. I think this one will be a little bit more whiskey forward. I think this one will be a little bit more sweet, but still highlighting the whiskey. And I think this one will actually bring out some of that whiskey bourbon flavor in there, with that Demerara bringing out some more of that molasses and brown sugar in it. Let's see if this is true. Let's start with the sugar cube Old Pepper old fashioned. Oh, just a good old fashioned. Just a good old fashioned. I'm gonna make sure to try to make this fair and take a drink of water in between each one. This one's made with the 1:1 ratio of just regular simple syrup. Lot sweeter than the sugar cube.
Sweeter, bolder,
but still highlights the bourbon. Wow, just another good old fashioned with a little bit of sweetness to it. So you get that little heat and spiciness from your bourbon up front with the sweetnesses to calm it down towards the end. I think a lot of people would enjoy this one as well. All right, last but not least, the one made with the Demerara 101 simple syrup. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Each of these are unique and different and have different complexities to them, different evolutions to them. Just good, basic, simple, but yet great old fashions. So what do you guys think? What is your favorite way to have an old fashioned? Do you like it with the sugar cube? Do you like it with Demerara simple syrup? Do you like it with a, what is that called? A super simple syrup where you do the 2-to-1 ratio? I don't know. You let me know. I would like to hear what is your favorite old fashioned recipe. Put those in the comments below for me. Also, if you're liking these videos, please make sure to smash that like button. It really helps. And also while you're down there, hit that subscribe and notification bell. You won't want to miss any upcoming videos. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. I would also like to thank Delan from Whiskey Nature for having me join him on this journey. Thank you for hand delivering this bottle to me. I really appreciate that. It makes a great old fashioned, just like you thought. And also thank you, my friends, for joining me on another journey down my old fashioned rabbit hole. To our next journey, my friends, cheers.